Down on the Farm. I'm your host, Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a quick look at the futures closes from yesterday. December corn, 480.5, down 1 3/4. November beans, 1360.5, up 10.5. Deese bean meal, 399.40 by the ton, up 460. December Kansas City hard red winter wheat, 736.5, down 8 1/4. December number 2 cotton, 87.80, up 91. December live cattle, 190.35, up 250. October feeder cattle, 261.87, up 282. And December lean hogs, 75.10, down 125. Your October West Texas Intermediate crude looked like it was up 38 at 90.54. Neighbor, there's a quick look at your commodity closes from yesterday. We're on the line with Jody Fry from Producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. Jody, how did the sale go this week?
Went good. Numbers were shorter. 600 head was the total today after rainfall started last weekend. Like we was talking about earlier, Larry, some folks got more than others, but it's starting to cover some country. Some pretty good rains out west of San Angelo and southwest of there, so could be lighter receipts next week as well. We'll have to see. But this week, 600 head compared to the week before. Calves and yearlings sold fully steady. Continued strong demand for those better quality calves. Limited numbers of slaughter cows and bulls, but calling those at least $2 to $4 higher. Limited number of replacement bred cows and cow-calf pairs, slightly higher. Best demand for those young baby tooth to good solid mouth cow-calf pairs. 400 to 600 pound better quality steers, $215 all the way up to that $3 mark, mostly $225 to $265. Heifers, 400 to 600 pounds, from $190 up to a high of near $245, mostly $205 to $230. Slaughter cows, average to high yielding, $85 to $1. Still some of those very highest yielding slaughter cows from $102 all the way up to a high of $118. Slaughter bulls, average to high yielding, $95 to $115. Still some of those very highest yielding bulls, $116 to a high of $132. Cow-calf pairs, a few singles and small groups of those, anywhere from $1,475 to $2,000. Did have a couple of choice sets, small package, but they had big calves inside, and they brought $2,300.
Now, what are we anticipating for next week?
I would think much lighter on the sheep and goat numbers. A couple of big consignments of goat from various ranches built that number all the way up to 8,200 head this week. I would think back down around that 5,000 head mark with the moisture we've had. Cattle, we should bounce back from this. I'm going to say somewhere between 700 and 800 head next Thursday.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You bet. Office number is 325-653-3371. My mobile phone's 234-7895.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You bet, Larry. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's take a look at the meats. The pork carcass cutout value for Thursday evening, 87 stronger at $99.01. Estimated weekly federal slaughter for hogs, 1.905 million head through Thursday, compared to 1.929 million during the same week last year. Taking a look at the beef side of the meat equation, wholesale box beef prices for Thursday had choice quoted at $306.37, the select at $286.86. That was a $1.18 drop and a 33-cent drop, respectively. USDA's week-to-date cattle slaughter under federal inspection is estimated at 502,000 head. That's down 9,000 head from the same week last year through Thursday. Sales were mostly 185 to 186 in Nebraska and the Western Corn Belt. Neighbor, there are your meat moves. We're on the line with Ken Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how did San Saba turn out?
You bet, Larry. We ended up having a really good run, more than I thought we would. We ended up right at 1,500 head of cattle, just a few over that, I think. I thought overall today the stock of steers were probably steady to maybe a couple dollars lower than really last week. We had just a real high market on stockers, but overall pretty even. We had 7 steers today, weighed 412, bought 296, right at $1,220 on those. I thought the stocker heifers, they probably sold steady to $4 higher. The feeder steers, get the bigger cattle there, I thought they sold steady to $3 higher. Had a group of 28 steers, weighed really choice Angus steers, 646 at $254, dollared out right at $1,641 on those 28 steers apiece. Then had 11 steers, weighed 779 at $221, a little over $1,700, right at $22 on those 7-weight steers. Overall, the feeder heifers, they were steady with 2 heifers weighing 763 at $210, a little over $1,602 on those heifers. Packer cows, I thought, were steady to maybe $1 higher, and Packer bulls, they were probably $1 to $2 higher. Our pairs and bred cows overall were steady on a very limited test. So overall, another good market. Quality cattle was very good again today, Larry.
Good. Do you know of anything for Mason Monday?
Got a few groups of calves I know coming in, and depends on how much more it rains. We've had showers along the day. We got rain chance on both today and on Saturday, so we'll kind of see what that is. But I still think we have a pretty good run, until we get some running water and some tank water and all that. But overall, things are looking up a little better with the showers we have had. And we'll also be getting ready for that big cow sale, a little over 3,000 head next Saturday on the 23rd of September here at San Saba. And Larry, we got all our listings already up on our website, a lot of pictures and some videos of some of the cattle too. Y'all can find that at jordanatcattle.com, Larry.
Ken, we appreciate you. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you Sunday evening.
You bet, Larry. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil fill pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, and 16 24-inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10-foot wide to 30-foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. We're on the line with Leroy Kruger. Leroy, how's the bull business in South Texas?
Well, Larry, I guess it's doing along all right. Kind of rocking along. I've got sold a couple over the phone the other day. We've got to get them tested and ready to go. And it's they're kind of trying to cool off a little bit, so it's making things a little easier. So they're not spending quite as much time in the stock pond the last few days.
Right. What do you got on hand?
Well, we got a nice set of whole Hereford bulls and some horn bulls, and then some red Angus and a few Angus and a couple of Charolais, and sold a Maine bull the other day. We're getting him tested and ready to roll out, but we'll be looking for some more of them when we head north here in a few weeks.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Leroy.
You bet, Larry. Catch me on the mobile at 830-570-0660.
Y'all have fun. Enjoy the country.
Bet. Thank you. We had a good time.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Hey, neighbor, I'm Larry Marble. We're on the line with Heather Murray of Homestead and Ranch Real Estate, which specializes in Texas farms and ranches and custom homes on acres. Heather, tell us about that 75-acre listing you got at Lavernia.
Hey, Larry. 3114 Sandy Elm is a gorgeous, ag-exempt, 75-acre rural ranchette. It's nestled within towering mature oaks. This property offers an updated 5-bedroom home that has all the upgrades and conveniences you'd want in your estate.
Hey, how about wildlife?
Whether you want to hunt, run cattle, or just enjoy the great outdoors, this acreage checks all of the boxes. It's fully fenced, has mixed topography, and also has a large pond that attracts local wildlife like white-tailed deer, turkey, hogs, dove, and quail.
Are there any other improvements the listeners might like?
Absolutely. There's a heated pool and hot tub, as well as a fully equipped outdoor kitchen. There's also a workshop and a carport. What's great is that this property offers rural living with all the upgrades, all within a 20-minute drive to downtown Lavernia.
Tell us how prospective buyers should contact you.
They can call me directly at 210-416-7559, and you have my word, I will call you back. Or visit www.homesteadandranch.com.
We're on the line with Rodney Butler, Beeville Livestock. Rodney, what's Thursday night's working, looking toward a Friday sale?
We got a little over 200 in right now. I know a few more cattle coming tonight yet, and a few more tomorrow. So I imagine we'll have around that 300 tomorrow. Not very many cows, not like last week anyway. We had a good sellout of cows last week, but got a lot of good calves up there, a lot of black calves up there. Looks like the calves are getting lighter, though, Larry. But looking for a good sale tomorrow, sir.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, if I can help market your cattle, call me at 361-358-1727, or you can call me on my mobile, 645-5002.
Rodney, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, and take care.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about George Weichel and the good folks at Wholesale Steel, San Antonio Steel. Heavy-duty lifetime warranty on their cattle panel. The standard duty panel also. Heavy-duty and standard duty pasture gates. They're a new Preferred dealer, and they'll beat anybody's prices on the Preferred products. They've got Stay Tight 50 and Stay Tough fencing both. Cattle working pens. They've got 2 Texas locations. They've got the San Antonio store. Call 210-624-2000 or the Hearn Bryan College Station store, 979-280-6100. Now remember, that Hearn location is off Highway 6, and the San Antonio location is there off Texas 16. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Fridays and Saturdays, 8 to 4. You can find them on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com. Of course, that's the San Antonio store, or wholesalesteelbcs.com. And that's the Bryan College Station Hearn store. Oh, and by the way, tell George Weichel that Larry Marble sent you. We're on the line with Klein Spear from Southwest Livestock Exchange Uvalde. Klein, how'd the cattle sale go?
Well, Larry, we had 650 head today. The Packer bulls, I thought, sold fully steady. The Packer cows, maybe $4 lower, somewhere in there, maybe $5 on a few of those there. Calves and yearlings still selling really good, especially on those better quality ones. Plainer cattle still under a little pressure. Choice steers, $1.85 to $2.50, and those lightweights, $2.20 to $3. Choice heifers, $1.80 to $2.40, and those lightweights, $1.95 to $2.75. Crossbred steers, $1.75 to $2.35, and those lightweights, $1.95 to $2.80. Those crossbred heifers, $1.70 to $2.20, and the lightweights, $1.85 to $2.70. Stocker cows, $90 to $1.25. Packer bulls today, $1 to $1.27. Those breaker cows, $1 to $1.12. Those cutters and canners, $82 to $97. And Shelly cows, $35 to $55. Handful of kind of plain pairs, $9 to $11.50. And bred cows today, $1,000 to $1,600. So overall, still seeing a pretty good market here going into the fall.
Well, tell everybody how to take advantage of that market next week, either sheep and goats on Tuesday, cattle on Thursday.
Call us the office, 830-278-5621, or my cell phone, 830-591-3241.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. I'm down on the farms, Larry Marble. I'm with Tony from D&D Farm and Ranch. Tony, you got news on T-Post?
Yes, sir, I do. Right now, our 6.5 foot American-made 133 T-Post went down. They're at $5.99, and that's if you buy one or however many you need.
Well, tell everybody how to get that great deal in this new price drop on T-Post.
Well, they can reach me out at 830-379-7340, extension 162.
We've been with Tony from D&D. Tony, have a good day. Help those people when they come by to buy T-Post.
Yes, sir, sure will. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're on the line with Kenny Mingus from Milam County Livestock Auction, Cameron. Kenny, how is the Friday sale looking Thursday night?
Well, we started out a little slow today. I didn't really know what to expect. Had some rain around that spot, pretty good distance from us. But right here, we hadn't had much to speak of. So about 1275 right now. I'm guessing we're going to have 15, 16, something like that. Maybe a few more. Depends on if it rains tonight.
Right.
We got a little chance this evening late and through the night and in the morning. So, I guess we'll have somewhere 1,500, 1,600 out of that mix, have about 300 cows.
What's the shiniest consignment you've seen so far this evening?
Cow-wise, Larry, we don't have just a lot to offer. Got a few little old odd and end pairs scattered through it. Got one man's got a good set of half-blood, kind of chocolate baldy cows here. There's 8 or 10 of them.
Right.
Most of them are short-bred. There's a few pairs on them. They're young. They're ranching kind of cows. About 12 from one man. Rest of the cows just kind of average. A lot of good many palpates. Probably about 100 palpates at least today, and got a couple pens of weigh cows already. So, and then on the calves and yearlings, got one consignor going to have 125, a really good black calves. A couple other ones going to have 50 or 60, down to some 20 and 30 head deals. So the quality's going to be good, and we're going to sell them tomorrow.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Kenny.
You bet. Catch us at the office Monday through Wednesday at 254-697-6697. Follow us on our webpage at MilamCountyLivestockAuction.com or catch us on Facebook.
We appreciate you, Kenny, and I'll talk to you Monday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bet.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm Radio, and I'm with Russell Garza from the Ranch Rodeo there in Bernie. Russell, tell us about the rodeo coming up.
It's our 6th annual Family Ranch Rodeo Fest, and it's at the Kendall County Youth Ag and Equestrian Center on Saturday, October the 7th. We plan to have 10 teams competing for some good prize money and some trophy buckles.
Now, you're in need of teams, am I correct?
That is correct, Larry. We have a shortage of teams right now. We do have some returning teams, some past champions that are coming back, but at the moment we have a few spots left. And one of the nice things this year about our rodeo is all of our teams will be competing under a sponsorship type level. So there's no entry fee, no money paid out of pocket. We do have 2,000 added, and we'll pay back 80% plus some prizes.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Feel free to call me at 210-218-1756. That's my cell phone. Or email is r.garza174@gmail.com.
Maybe that's it for this edition of Down on the Farm. I'm your host, Larry Marble. Hope to see you again coming down that pecan tree line lane to have a big old heaping helping of ag information with us. Until then, God bless you. See you later.